Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 12 February 2026, Thursday night at 9. That means it's time for a knife sale on the Apostle P channel, and a knife sale we shall have. Before we get into the thick of it, let's do a little bit of housekeeping as usual. First off, I need you to be familiar with and agreeable to the terms of the sale, which I will post on the screen for you in just a moment. I will also print them in the description of this video so you can peruse them at your leisure. Also, in that description at the very top, you're going to see 3 links to previous videos on this channel. The first one is called A Primer for Buyers. That one's a 38-minute expanded explanation of the terms of the sale. It explains how we do things and why every Thursday night, and it is a little unique, so you might want to give that a watch. The second link pertains to you if you're interested in using this weekly sales vehicle to move along some of your collection. It's called FAQs for Consignors. So if you are interested in selling some knives on Thursday night, watch that. And the third link, as always, is to my rates and services video for the Apostle P Knife Service, the original precision sharpening service for the online knife community. Great time to send in knives for sharpening. Backlog is down around 2 weeks. So in the all-important video description, you'll see those 3 links at the top, then the terms of the sale. At the bottom, you'll see the list of tonight's inventory, complete with timestamps down the left side, pricing down the right. In the pricing column, you'll generally see 2 numbers. The one to the left of the slash is the price of your knife as shown in the video. The price on the right is as sharpened by the Apostle P Knife Service. There will be room this week for 4 knives to be sharpened next day. They will ship Friday the 13th with all of the as shown inventory. If you fall outside the first 4, not to worry. It'll just be a couple weeks before your sharp knife ships. Now, if you see the word sold, all caps exclamation point, in lieu of a price for a given item, that means it's been bought and paid for by its new owner. So no need to send an inquiry or an I'll take it message about anything marked sold. I believe that's it for the housekeeping. Let's get the terms up on the screen for you now, and we'll be right back with the sale. Here are the terms. All right, let's get to it, shall we? First up, we just have 2 leftovers from last week. Somebody who watched the Heads Up video yesterday snagged one of them. We're going to start it off with this from Maniago Knife Makers. This is the Eclipse. It does not have a dark matter carbon fiber overlay, though. It has a blackwash titanium overlay. And here's the knife. What a beauty. This is kind of, when I look at this, I think, man, that's what a ZT 450 should have been if they had nailed the design. MKM really nailed the design. I love that blackwash titanium overlay with the MKM maker's mark machined into the overlay. Pocket clips a deep carry right hand tip up. It is a ball bearing flipper with a gorgeous big belly drop point blade in CPM Magna Cut. You can flip it open as I just demonstrated, or you can thumb it with the hole. Jesper Voxness design. 3 1/4 inch blade, 4 1/4 inch handle. I love how the overlay keeps you from pinching the lock bar during deployment. And, you know, if it had a really strong detent, you could get some death lock, but because of the overlay, you'll never get that. Beautiful knife. Action is gorgeous. Centering is perfect. We'll call the condition near mint in box. This model is currently available new for $280. Web retail, we offered it last week at $175. It didn't sell. Knocked it down to $160 for the weekend. It is still here. This week's price, $150. $175 with an Apostle P edge. Pretty cool knife. Oh, if I were right-handed. And our last leftover is from Boker Plus. And the AK magazine box should indicate what's inside. There's your ridiculously long model number with a description. It's the AK-74 Stubby in Camo, made in Taiwan. Here's the knife. A camouflage-coated set of aluminum scales, a right-hand tip-up deep carry pocket clip, button lock automatic. It's actually a short auto that you can get a hold of. The handle works great. 1 15/16 inch blade in Aus 8, coated black. Solid lockup. Centering, I'm going to call very close. Action is superb. Condition near mint in box, serial number 279. Out of stock in unobtainium. We ran this last week for 55 bucks, didn't sell, dropped it to 45 for the weekend. Still here. This week's price, 35 bucks. Shipped, priority mail, 55 with an TheApostleP Edge. Next day sharpening available. The Boker Plus AK-74 Stubby in Camo and Aus 8. Next, another one. We don't get as much information on this label as we did on the other one, but I can tell you what it is. It is a Boker Plus AK-74 Stubby with a black-coated aluminum handle, bright hardware, right-hand tip-up deep carry pocket clip, button lock automatic, 1 15/16 inch blade with a bead blast in D2. 1 15/16 inch blade, 2 7/8 handle. Lockup, rock solid. Centering, probably, man, you could call that perfect, but I'm going to call it very close. Serial number 61, I believe. Yeah. Condition, man, near mint. Is there any reason I wouldn't call it like new? Let's see. It's awful close. Certainly appropriate for gifting if you're stocking up for next Christmas already. They're out of stock. Can't find one anywhere. Your price, 45 bucks. 65 with an TheApostleP Edge. That'll be the Boker Plus AK-74 Stubby Black D2. Next. Oh my goodness, it's raining AK-74s. There's your model number. It's another AK-74 Stubby. Oh, I got a little goo in my black that I forgot to clean off. Oh well. Not a defect, just a little dirt. But check this one out. Not your normal Stubby spear. This one has a Sheepsfoot saber ground in Aus 8. Serial number is 172. Blade length 1 15/16. Handle length 2 7/8. Lockup, rock solid. Centering on this one is just about perfect. Action, typically awesome. Try finding one of these, guys. Good luck. Actually, very usable utility blade. We'll call it near mint in box. Your price, 50 bucks. Shipped, priority mail, 70 with an TheApostleP Edge, and next day sharpening is available. That's the Boker Plus AK-74 Stubby Sheepsfoot in black with Aus 8. Next up, we've made it to the end of our run of Boker Plus AK-74 automatics. This one is D2, black blade with a gray handle. I think this is kind of the best looking one of the bunch. Look at that gray. That's a coated aluminum. Hardware's black, pocket clip, right hand tip up, deep carry. Button lock automatic. Man, that's got snappy action. Almost looks like an edit. Yeah, the blade comes out so quick. OS 8, black coated, serial number 300. Lock up, rock solid. Centering. Bang. We'll call it perfect. Near mint inbox, you could probably call it like new. Definitely suitable for gifting. And they're out of stock, unobtainium. Your price, $45. Shipped priority mail, $65 if you'd like it with my edge, and next day sharpening is available. If I didn't mention, inch and 15/16 blade, 2 7/8 handle. The AK-74 Stubby, gray and black, OS 8 from Boker Plus. Next up, I don't think I've ever seen one of these before. It comes in a small Ziploc poly bag. The knife is from Rexford Knives, and the model is the Rut. The Rut. I should have looked up what a Rexford utility, I don't know. Anyway, I believe this to be the latest version because it's got the sort of expanded finger choil, but the milling seems to be, I don't know, because on Rexford's website it shows I think it's the V5. It shows it with a plain stonewashed scale set instead of having that 3D milling. So it's a replaceable blade utility knife. And I believe you actuate it by depressing the button, which lifts a frame lock. And then you just pull the blade out. You have a pry bar, you have a 1/4 inch driver, you have a cap lifter, and replaceable utility blade. Maybe you just let it fall out. There you go. You can do that, I guess. Let's see if I can get it back in now. Yeah, that's easy. There. So anyhow, Mr. Rexford gets $179 for these on his website. This one is in very near mint, in baggy condition. Your price, $120. And it uses a standard replaceable utility blade. No need to sharpen, of course. The Rexford Knives Rut utility knife. Next up, well, if you like that, you like the idea of a titanium handled utility knife, but you don't want to pay custom maker prices, I got another one here. It also comes in a Ziploc bag. And I don't know the maker, and neither does the consignor. Maybe you guys do. Okay, so there's this triangular maker's mark, and I'll try to get it to show up for you, but I can't discern what it is. This one's actually kind of cool. It's also sort of a frame lock with a titanium handle. Got some kind of a distressed finish. So on this one, you just press on the blade. And when you press on the blade, it lifts the notches off the bosses. I think you can see. And it's using this piece of spring that looks like it has a couple ball detents in it. Let's see. Use your thumb, it works better, I guess. There we go. So that's pretty cool. And here's the coolest thing. It actually has a carabiner to attach it to a belt loop, and the spring is here. Notice how you can sort of see through this area? That little line of cuts makes that into a spring. How cool is that? Anyway, I don't know who made it, how much it cost new, but you can buy it for $30, shipped priority mail. That dog will hunt. And we're calling that the titanium utility knife in your inventory. Next up, we have an item that has 1, 2, 3, 4 items in it. We're going to start it off with another funky utility knife. So this one is a Giltech Ruck, R-U-K, 3 3/8 inch close. This is all in black hard anodized aluminum with a nice satin finish under the coating. It's got a lanyard loop, a pry bar, a seatbelt cutter. Notice with the blade retracted into the handle, a little bit of it is exposed right here. Yeah. Or a cord cutter. It also operates with sort of a frame lock mechanism. You press the blade and then you move it and it locks into the notches. You have a can opener, or I'm sorry, a cap lifter. There's also a 1/4 inch driver. Pretty cool. These are available, I think, for about $30 brand new from Giltech's website. So you get that. You're also going to get a titanium pry bar that is 4 inches in overall length. You have a flat pry bar on one end, and you have a split pry bar on the other end that you could use for removing nails, I guess. And it's wrapped in a, looks like a non-gutted paracord in maroon. You're going to get that. And you're going to get a full-size tech lock with hardware. It's got the safety bail, so you can't open it mistakenly, right? You get that. And then the last thing you're going to get is a Victorinox Classic SD on the 58 millimeter frame. Polymer covers have a deer hunting motif. This must have been like a Blade HQ throw-in. You have a split ring. You have a main pen blade. You have a fingernail tool, which also doubles as a small screwdriver. And then on the back side, the lovely, the awesome Victorinox scissors, tweezers, and a toothpick. Everything you see here, $50, shipped priority mail. If you want me to sharpen the Classic SD, add $15. That is called, in your inventory, the Budget Gear Combo. Makes sense, I guess. Next, I don't think we've ever had one of these on the Thursday Night Knife Sale. I get a Ziploc bag made in USA from Smock Knives. What you don't get is a knife. What you do get is a gorgeous copper lanyard bead, and it is 3/4 inches long, 5/8 in diameter. I couldn't find a listing for these anywhere. I know you can buy them cheap. Not a Smock made bead, but you can buy similar beads on Etsy and Temu for like nothing. But if you want the genuine Smock, I gotta believe they're way more than that. But you can buy this one, near mint to like new in box, $30, shipped priority mail. In fact, before we put this away, let's put it away. How about that? Because inside there's a little mini Ziploc that I would imagine protected it from oxidation. Now I got fingerprints all over it. Let me wipe it off. There we go. Yeah, let's put you in your little home. There we go. That'll be a nice accessory for somebody. Next up, have I whetted your appetite for Victorinox in the last couple weeks? Well, here you go. We have an orange Cadet. Not an annual, which would be denoted here. Right? So you got the 83 millimeter frame, main spear point blade, small screwdriver can opener, large screwdriver cap lifter wire cutter, and a fingernail tool. old style, so it's got to be 10 years old or more. And a split ring. You can't find these. They're long out of stock. Sold listings on eBay for this knife, this model, and this is in near mint to like new, no box condition. Sold listings on eBay range between $83 and $159. I don't know why anybody would pay $159 for a Cadet, but I do know this. You can buy this one right here in my hands for $60, shipped priority mail. $75 if you like it with my edge. That's the Cadet in orange from Victorinox. Next, we have another one. A purple Cadet. And this one is a 2016 annual. I do not have the packaging. They had some pretty nice packaging. We don't have that, but the condition of this is near mint, no box. There might be one tiny little nick in the purple right there. 83 millimeter chassis, split ring on the outside, main spear point blade, small screwdriver can opener, large screwdriver, cap lifter, wire cutter, and a fingernail tool. Probably the last year for the old style fingernail tool. This has got the diamond embedded nail file instead of the crosshatch that goes all the way across. There's like a little rim on this one. Everything beautiful, near mint, no box. So, of course, they're discontinued, not a stock. If you thought the eBay prices for that orange one were high, sold listings on eBay for this model, the 2016 annual in purple, between $158 and $219. Your price for this one, no box, $75 like it is, $90 with my edge. That's the Cadet in purple, the 2016 annual from Victorinox. Next up, a model I've never seen from Great Eastern Cutlery, from the Farm and Field line. It's the number 96 tractor knife, model 962125, in traction jigged muslin micarta. Pretty interesting material. And what's very interesting about it, up until now, muslin micarta has always been matte finished by GEC. This is polished, and then it's got these cuts that look burned for traction. Large knife. Closed length is 4 13/16, almost 5 inches long. Has a bail, and it has a long spear point blade with that tractor knife etch in 1095. And we have a pattern production premier etch on the pile side, or as we all know and love it, the Patty's potato peelers etch. Pull weight, I'm going to call a 7.5. The walk and talk is a bit hydraulic. It does have a snap, but it is born to use. I'm sure that'll loosen up just a bit as you use it. Blade centering, though, for such a long blade, how about that? I'm going to call it perfect. Does have brass liners, by the way. It is in near mint to like new in tube condition. They are out of stock. Sold listings on eBay between $153 and $200. I think let's do $130 on this one. $150 if you'd like it with an ApostleP edge. The 96 tractor knife from GEC's Farm and Field line. Next up, oh guys, you got to save me from myself on this one. I have this knife, bought it brand new. Don't have one now. It is the Northfield Unexcelled number 44 Buffalo Jack in autumn gold jig bone with brass hardware. Oh my Lord. You're going to get the button as well. 44 Buffalo Jack. Or as I like to call it, the 44 Magnum gun stock. Autumn gold jig bone is beautiful on this knife. I mean beautiful. The crosshatch is gorgeous. I got a little bit of thread, lint in the jigging. Not unusual. It's pretty sharp. The brass has a beautiful patina. You have the chamfered end caps with the unexcelled stamp. You have the big rat tail bolsters. Everything's brass, including the bullet shield. Main clip point blade, long pull cut swedge polished with the Northfield etch. Gorgeous. Pull weight, by the way, an 8. Beautiful walk and talk. Big usable pen blade. The centering, if I remember right, the main blade's perfect. The pen blade is off just a hair. Near mint in tube with button, out of stock. These were made, of course, 8 years ago. Sold listings on eBay range between $390 and $443 for this configuration. Oh. Your price for this one, $275. $300 with my edge on both blades. The number 44 Buffalo Jack in brass with jig bone from GEC. Wow. Next up, we've got one from the Tidioute line of Great Eastern Cutlery. You know that label. It is a 94 Liberty Jack with flag acrylic covers. And here's the knife. We have the flag on the mark side, and we have the heading of the Constitution on the pile side. One thing I want you to be mindful of as you're considering, if you see some weird shadows running this direction, it's because there are fine cracks in the acrylic cover. Just know that going in. Nickel silver polished hardware. Brass liners. Single clip point blade with a stout 7 pull for a small knife. These are only, 3 1/4 inch closed. Look at that stunning little clip point. The Liberty etch. And then the Gadsden flag. Don't tread on me, snake, on the pile side. Beautiful walk and talk. Centering is perfect. Near mint in tube, fine cracks on mark side cover noted. These are out of stock. And generally, these do more than what I'm going to tell you, but the cracks in the acrylic will hinder its value a little bit. Let's go 110 like it is, 125 with an TheApostleP edge. 94 Liberty Jack flag from Great Eastern. Next up, we have the 3 remaining knives from the sale box from Steve. How About the Truth, my collaborator in the old Traditional Knives Anthology series. And these are all very, very special. The first one is a Northfield unexcelled premium pocket knife from Great Eastern Cutlery. The model 748212 SAB in burnt stag, serialized number 11. We'll just set that beauty down in front of you, and we'll read Steve's card. Northfield 748212 SAB saddle trapper in burnt stag, saber ground blades. Only on the Northfield run. Serial number 11 of 24. 1 of 25 etches wrong. Why? There's probably number 1 in the display case at GEC. The COA is in the tube. This is, 2012. Yeah, they were still putting shields on the Stag. They stopped doing that several years later because Bill got tired of people complaining about the shield pockets in Stag. My last saddle trapper, because she was my favorite. He's sold his others. $750 is low. I agree. Let's take a look, shall we? So I think these are 3 3/4, maybe 3 11/16 inches long. This mark side Stag is gnarly and awesome. You got triple line bolsters. There's your number 11 engraved into the nickel silver bolsters. You have brass liners. The pile side Stag, a little less spectacular, but the physical match is actually quite beautiful. The main blade on the front is a clip point with a drawn swedge. Notice the saber grind. Northfield etch. Secondary is a full length improved trapper blade set, so you get the Warncliffe on the back. There's your 1 of 25 etch. Let's see, pull weight. A pretty standard 7. Walk and talk, beautiful. Let's see. Beautiful. Blade centering. Doggone, I would say those are perfect. Condition, very near mint in tube. Of course, you'll not find one of these anywhere. There's only 24. And I would imagine they're tucked, oiled, and protected. So let's do $7.95 on this one. $8.25 if you like my edge on both blades. The 74 Saddle Trapper in Stag from Great Eastern Cutlery, and I'm sure there is a Titusville Ironworks etch fully spelled out as you only get on the 2-blade knives. How about that? $7.95 like it is, $8.25 sharpen. Next, we have another one from the Northfield line of Great Eastern Cutlery. Oh, it's just a 771214 Yankee Barlow. Nobody wants these darn things, but anyhow. Oh. It's in Stag, by the way. Oh. Let's read Steve's card, shall we? The Northfield 771214 Yankee Barlow in killer burnt Stag. Improved trapper blade set, so that'll be a clip point main and a full-length Warncliffe secondary. 1 of 47. Pretty sure these were never made again. That'd be right. Special factory order from Mike Latham of Collector Knives. You won't find Stag this nice on the newer GEC knives. He's right. Oh my, look at that gnarly Stag. What I love about this, you have this beautiful Stag on the mark side, and then you turn it over, and doggone, that Stag might be better. And look at that physical match. Main clip point on the front. As Mike likes to do it, satin finished no etch. Got that long cut swedge that wraps over the clip. I think this was the last run they did that. They went to the more Charlie design after that. Secondary, that full-length Warnie with the big cut swedge. Pull weight, 7. Beautiful walk and talk. Centering is perfect on these blades. Condition, very near mint in tube. You never get a button with a mic knife, by the way. Silly, he thinks. Man, such a beauty. And unobtainium. Your price, $7.95. Like it is, $8.25. I sharpen both blades. The 77 Yankee Barlow in Stag from Great Eastern Cutlery. And next up, oh my, does that tell you anything? And you're going to get this packaging with it. I'm not sure. This is the very early days of Derek Bone Northwoods. I'm not sure if he had the smaller Ziplocs by then with the labels. I just don't know. Don't remember. Well, what's inside there? Well, Steve says it's a Madison Barlow first ever run in Mammoth Ivory. The finest matching Mammoth you will find anywhere on any knife, he says. This knife was featured in our Traditional Knives Anthology video series. Comes with the Main Street Knife Ship Free / Northwoods pocket slip. Uh-oh. Oh my. Oh my. That is not cross-cut ivory. Those are solid slabs of Mammoth ivory. And they are delicious. Take a look at that match. Wow. 4 1/4 inches closed length, curved handle Barlow, nickel silver bolsters with the Northwoods maker's mark, brass liners, drop point blade in 1095, cut swedge, long pull, just super sexy. Full polish finish on this. And it wouldn't be a first run Madison Barlow, would it, if it didn't have this feature right here. Where is it? Where is it? Just above my thumbnail. It's got blade wrap. So the edge contacts the rocker area of the back spring when closing. Is it a defect or a feature? I don't know. In my mind, it's a feature. About half of them had this. It's just a strong spring and a long blade. Lots of inertia as it's slamming closed, so it hits. How do you get rid of it? Well, you sharpen it until it doesn't do that anymore. And it doesn't take much. But those of you who know this knife will know that that exists, and this one's never been touched. You can't buy these anywhere. I don't know how many they made, but it wasn't very many. Your price for this one, $725 like it is, $745 with an Apostle P edge. That is the Northwoods Madison Barlow in Mammoth, made by Great Eastern Cutlery. Wow. Next up, we go from the sublime to the Chinese, I guess. Here's one I haven't seen one of, from Knafs, and I have no idea whose signature that is. This is a model number 00484 Lander 2. Maybe that says Jeremy Sears. I bet it does. Crafted in China. Kind of a cool knife. Have you ever seen black canvas micarta done like this? I have not. It's very cool. Super cool. Very lightweight knife. Pocket clip is a distressed black with Jeremy Sears maker's mark signature. It's ambidextrous tip-up deep carry with a fill tab. The lock is called a clutch lock. It's a Benchmade axis lock. Knife opens with thumb studs, rides on ball bearings. You have an acid stonewash spear point blade in S35 VN steel. It's 3 3/16 inches in length. Has a run of super fine but very grippy jimping. Kind of some brass anodized thumb studs. Action, very ball bearing. Great thumb stud placement. Like in 940 Benchmade, you just run your thumb along that corner of that scale and it builds just the right amount of tension and out the blade flies. Very nicely designed. Lock up, dead rock solid. Centering is perfect. Condition, near mint in box, and it's wearing a polished edge, by the way. And it's pretty good. So I'm not going to tell you a sharpened price because it doesn't need it. These knives are available to be purchased new. They're $179 web retail. This one with, $20 or so worth of really nice sharpening can be yours at $125 shipped priority mail. No need to sharpen. The Lander 2 and milled micarta from Knafs. Next up, if you like that one, you might like this one. This is from O-Knife. Not O-Light, O-Knife. And the model is the Rubato 4. The Rubato 4. With some super cool, it's carbon fiber that looks like raindrop Damascus. How awesome is that? Great chatoyance, by the way. Pocket clip, milled titanium in black, ambidextrous tip up. This has the crossbar lock. In the ad copy on the internet for this knife, they called it a crossbar / axis lock. Anyway, same great thumb stud location as the Knafs knife. Ball bearing pivot. The blade finish is black DLC. Great looking drop point. The blade steel is S35VN. The blade length is 3 inches. The handle length is 4. Lockup is dead rock solid. Action is beautiful. Centering is perfect. It's near mint to like new in box. You can buy these knives new online for $150 plus tax. This one can be yours all in, shipped priority mail, no sales tax, $110 like it is, $130 with an TheApostleP Edge. The Rubato 4, limited edition in carbon fiber, by the way. Next up, we have one from Vostede. This is packaging I don't recognize from them. I think there's a pouch inside. Is that right? Do we get a pouch instead of a... yeah, no tin, just a pouch. What is it? Well, it's the model A2610 Porcupine. The blade is 14C28N, finished in copper dune with a black canvas micarta scale set. Not a bad looking blade, and that black canvas will change in color as your hand oils impregnate it. It'll turn more black as time goes by. It's not a button lock per se. It is a top. Is it a top liner lock? Yes, it's a top liner lock. See how the liner comes out there? Much like a compression lock. Ball bearing pivot. There's your 14C28N blade in copper dune. Great looking finish. Matching pivot collars. Pocket clip will be ambidextrous tip up deep carry wire. Action is beautiful. Lockup is rock solid. Centering is perfect. Blade length. I can tell you if I turn the page over so I can read it. Oh, golly. It is 3 inches. The handle's 4 3/16. We'll call it near mint in box. It's cut some stuff. I wiped some goo off the blade tip. Anyway, so not like new. They're available new for $69. You can have this one, though, for $45 all in, shipped priority mail. And guys, remember, if you're buying a knife online for $69, you're going to pay sales tax and postage. At $45 for this one, that's it. Unless you want my Edge, then it's $65. Next day sharpening is available. That's the Porcupine from Vostede in a cool colorway. Next up, we have 2 knives. I'm just going to show you one at the moment from Half Face Blades. And it's a cool company, and they're American made, and their knives are just getting better and better. Extremely cool maker's mark. It actually needs to be looked at this way, right? Neat little box. You got your backwards flag. Got a little pouch. Got a little care instructions, a sticker. You need to put the baggie back in there. Those little foam pouches work so well. The knife is the CAV folder, C-A-V. The scales are coarse black G10. They might be coarser than cold steel. old cold steel G10. They don't seem to be as pocket rippy as that. I don't know. It is a titanium frame lock, and the titanium frame is in an acid stonewash titanium. The pocket clip sure looks like a Lynch clip to me. Got the little backwards flag on it. So it's a black titanium deep carry clip that is going to be right hand only. I love the little triangular barrels for the female hardware. Steel inserted titanium frame lock. Opens with thumb studs. Rides on ball bearings. Blade is CPM MagnaCut, 3.5 inches in length. Nice swedged drop point with a DLC coating. The half face maker's mark. The blade length is 3.5. The handle's 4 9/16. Very nice in the hand. Great run of jimping. I love the slim handle. Lock up, dead rock solid. There's your engagement. Centering, perfect. Condition near mint in the box. Out of stock. When these were last available, they had a web retail of $350. Your price for this one, $270 all in, shipped priority mail. $295 if you'd like it with my edge and next day sharpening is available. That's the Cav folder from Half Face Blades. Next up is our other half face blade. This one is the Quiken from Half Face. Beautiful set of 3D machined, hard anodized black aluminum scales. Just gorgeous. Pocket clip appears to be a Casey Lynch black titanium ambidextrous deep carry with the backward flag in gold. This is a button lock ball bearing flipper. Look at that sexy thing. DLC coated blade in S45 VN with the half face maker's mark. Looks like it might have been touched up and not particularly well. Blade length is 3 7/16. Handles 4 3/4. Lockup, rock solid. Oh, I'm touching the pivot. There we go. Beautiful centering. Great flipping action. Rock solid lockup. Can you open it with the hole? I guess you can. Or the slot. Condition I'll call near mint in box. These are not cheap, brand new. They're $425 web retail. And I believe they're still in stock. This one can be yours. All in, shipped priority mail, $290. $315 with an ApostleP edge. That's the Quiken from Half Face Blades. Next up, we got one from a little company that I need to learn more about because they have a good vibe and they make good knives. It's from Montana Knife Company. This is the Mini Speedgoat 2.0. It says orange and black, but I think we might have had a rewrap. I don't think so. I don't know. USA made. Let's give you a look inside the box. You get some protective paper. You get a diagram of the knife, the story. So here's the Mini Speedgoat. It's a skeleton handled knife, beautifully cord wrapped. This has got sort of a digicam pattern on the 550 paracord, which looks to be gutted. Maybe. Well, maybe not. I see the guts right there. It's just very tightly wrapped. Beautiful little pancake style Kydex sheath with something very similar to an Ulticlip, but this is MKC branded. That's the standard sheath that comes with the knife. And then if you like paying money and you like leather, you can get this sheath, which this Consignor obviously did. Same ulti-clip. And there's a little piece of the paracord you can use for a lanyard or a tether or whatever you want. When you buy this knife brand new, you pay $65 extra to get this leather sheath. Just keep that in mind. So let's see what we got here. Beautiful little EDC fixed blade. And what I love about MKC is their stock thickness. So thin. Just 86 thousandths by my caliper. This is in 52/100. The blade is 3 1/8 inches long. 3 5/8 handle. Beautiful in hand for a skinny handle. Black PVD coated blade. Near mint inbox. Factory edge pretty doggone nice on this one, just so you know. So for this whole shooting match, if you buy it new, the knife is $200 plus $65 for that sheath in addition to the kydex, right? So you'd have $265 if you bought this brand new. Your price for this whole package is going to be $155 like it is, $175 if I sharpen. That is the Mini Speed Goat from MKC. Next up, what do we got here? It's another one from MKC. This is the Mini Stoned Goat in PVD with an olive cord wrap, USA made. And once again, you get the pancake kydex sheath with the clip and the optional leather sheath with the clip. And you're going to get the same color paracord. Let's see, zero rattle, nice thumb break. This is like a little mini Skinner. And that's really all the Skinner you need for anything up to the size of a whitetail. Again, you got that 86 thousandth stock black PVD blade. This one is in Magna Cut though. Blade length 3 1/16. The handle's 3 5/8. Black PVD blade. That's beautiful in the hand for a skeletonized cord wrap handle. Just beautiful. These are $200 web retail plus $65 if you opt for the leather. So $265 brand new on MKC's website. We're going to do $170 for this one. Plus 25 to sharpen that Magna Cut blade, so $195 sharpen. The Mini Stone Goat. Next day sharpening is available if you so desire. Next up, we got watches. The first one is a brand I've never heard of, but I'm not big in the Chinese micro brand watch game. It's going to come in this box, which is probably not original. The watch is from, well, it's hard to see. Should I move the hands? I will. Although I can tell you, this is running about 7 seconds fast in 24 hours. I've had it wound and running. I'm going to get the hands out of your way so you can see the logo. Let's see, there we go. Thorn is the brand. This is an all titanium case and bracelet. So it looks like, I don't know if that's fully milled. I don't think it is. The center is, obviously. Standard micro adjust 4 position. Oyster style bracelet. The watch is 39 millimeters in diameter, just 44 lug to lug, 12.5 thick, and 20 millimeter lug width. The bezel is ceramic inserted, 120 click, unidirectional. Kind of a fine sunray, blue dial, applied white markers, all loom, no frames. Snowflake handset, very Tudor homage, right? Little lines of polish along the chamfers. No water resistance indicated. And let's see, what does that say? I think it says, I don't know what that says. I can't read it. Pretty cool. And very light. I can tell you this, the movement is either a Sellita SW200 or a PT5000, which would be a Chinese copy of an ETA or Sellita. Near mint in box. Very little dust crash, just right here. It's quite nice. Very near mint. They're $179 web retail, and I have no idea how much you're going to have to pay to get them to you, because I don't think an American retailer has them. This one can be yours all in, shipped priority mail, 125 bucks. That's the Thorn Titanium 39mm Auto Dive Watch in blue. Next up, we have one from San Martin. I don't know what comes in the box here. I forget. Not much. Oh, there's some extra links. And that's it. And it's big. I was going to put it on for the heads up video yesterday. But it was just a little large for my wrist. Not very. Look at that thing. How stunning is that? This is the San Martin SN0116-G-GMT automatic watch. Very cool. It runs the Seiko NH34 GMT movement, has sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating. The diameter is 39.5 by 46.5 lug to lug, 12.5 thick, 20mm lug width, all stainless steel. Beautiful beads of rice bracelet, milled clasp. And this one's got on the fly, no tool, micro adjust. You know, I probably could have just adjusted that. It'd been fine. Let's see. Well, there we go. So you have a 24-hour ceramic bezel insert, and it's 24 clicks. Applied markers, white Rio with a 60-minute gradation, matte black dial, red GMT hand, red tip on the almost black polished seconds hand. Lovely beads of rice bracelet. And let's see, how's this one running? This is running about +2 per day. Not bad, Seiko. Condition on this one is also near matte, a little bit of dust rash on the clasp. Don't think there's really anything on the beads of rice. These are out of stock. When they were last available, they had a web retail of $320. Let's do this one at $175 shipped priority mail on the San Martin GMT automatic with the beads of rice bracelet. That is a very handsome watch. And next up, our last watch, and it's another San Martin. And this looks very much like a Rolex Submariner in its profile. Even has a oyster-like bracelet. This will be running a YN55 automatic movement, which I'm assuming is a Chinese automatic. Don't know much about it. Ceramic bezel insert. Sapphire crystal with AR coating. Dimensions are 40 by 47 by 13 with 20mm lug width. Bezel is 120 click. unidirectional. Pretty nice. Does not quite line up, but it's close. And how's this one running? This is running about -10 seconds per day. This is wearing a toolless micro adjust clasp, but the original clasp is in a baggie. Let's see. And it appears to have had a little wear on it and been polished. But that'll be your 4-position standard micro adjust. And it comes in this sort of travel case. And what else do we know about this? What else do we know about it? That's about it. Condition will be near mint in box. I found these at several retailers online between $170 and $186, brand new, plus postage and duties and tax and all that stuff. This one can be yours all in, shipped priority mail, $125. That's the San Martin SN 0006B Water Ghost Dive Watch, 300 meters of water resistance, by the way. Okay, back to the knives. Back to the knives. Next we have a microfiber pouch from Benchmade, and the underclip tag is in there. This is a discontinued but beloved model. It's the 522 SBK Presidio Ultra. So the Presidio Ultra, instead of being scaled in pocket shredding aluminum, is done, I think, in Norol GTX polymer. You get a Parkerized split arrow clip, ambidextrous tip up. We get an axis lock. We get a spear point blade, hollow ground, in 440C, designed by Mel Pardue. The blade length is 3 7/16. The handle's 4 13/16. It's a hand filler, and it's beautiful in the hand. Not quite a free dropper, but I'm not very coordinated. It's flinger, not a dropper. Lock up, dead rock solid. We could probably adjust that pivot. Centering very, 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 very close. We'll call it excellent to near mint. Got a little coating wear. Discontinued, out of stock. I found one sold listing on eBay for a knife not as nice as this. It did $90. Let's go 85 on this. 105 if you like it with my edge. That's the Presidio Ultra from Benchmade. You know what? Let's just do some more Benchmades. We have several. This one in a black box. It is the 537 BK-07 bailout. I think it says Magna Cut on the box. Oh, yes. Burnt copper, hard anodized, diamond milled aluminum scales, all black hardware, including the large lanyard loop backspacer, pocket clip, shorty, Parkerized, deep carry, ambidextrous tip up, axis lock mechanism, and we have the Battle Wash DLC finished Magna Cut blade. Tonto, of course, because it's a bailout. 3 3/8 blade, 4 11/16 handle. Rock solid axis lock lockup. And let's see. A very near free dropper. Rock solid lockup. Blade centering, I don't know, very close. Near mint to like new. Inbox. Current Benchmade map price or web retail, $350. Let's go $240 on this one. $270 if you'd like my edge on that Magna Cut Tonto blade. That's the bailout in copper and Magna Cut from Benchmade. Next up, we have the latest iteration of the Benchmade base model Griptilian, which is now the 551-S30V to reflect the steel change from 154 cm a couple years ago. Very factory fresh. Notice how there's no shine from pocket wear in that Norol GTX handle. Very factory fresh. Got the Parkerized, Benchmade stamped Emerson style clip that's ambidextrous tip up. We have an axis lock. We have that Fisher-Price smack when you open it. Beautiful stone-washed S30V blade. 3 3/8 in length. The handle's 4 5/8. Axis lock mechanism, phosphor bronze washers. Rock solid lockup. A very near free dropping blade. That is what? Perfectly centered. Condition, like new in the box. And it's like an exemplary example. These are now $175 MAP web retail. Your price for this one, $120, like it is $140 with an Apostle PH. So you could go to Blade HQ and you could pay $175 for one and hope it's this good, because it probably isn't going to be. Or you could just buy this one. $120, like it is $140 sharpened. Next day sharpening is available. Next up, ooh, oh guys, Benchmade 940 BK-03 in Magnica. What? Yeah, you know this knife. Been out for a little while now. The burnt copper, hard anodized aluminum scaled 940 with standoffs. Parkerized split arrow clip, ambidextrous tip up, axis lock mechanism, phosphor bronze washers, and thumb studs. Oh, yeah. Those are not ball bearings, boys. And 0 blade play. The Magnicut blade is 3 3/8 inches long on this one. And it's been user sharpened, and I'm going to say not the best job. Just saying. And whoever sharpened it did not remove the thumb studs, and if I can catch that glint, he wiped the thumb stud, at least on one side. Badly, no, but it's there. I could have touched that up with Sharpie and you'd have never noticed, but I wanted you to see it. If you're going to do a 940 blade at anything less than 18 degrees, you need to take out the thumb studs, or that will happen. Just saying. Other than that, I think the knife is unmarked. Lockup is rock solid. Centering is very, very close. Near mint. Inbox. Wonky sharpening and thumb stud wipe noted. So these are $300 web retail. We'd probably be selling this for $230-ish, were it not for the issues I've already noted. Let's go $200, shipped priority mail, $225 if you want it with my edge. The 940 BK-03 Osborne in copper and Magnicut from Benchmade. And that will bring us to the Rob's Pick tonight. Another one from Benchmade. It's a bug out, model 535 BK-07 in M390. Does it have burnt copper? No. It has brass-colored, hard anodized aluminum scales with aqua standoffs and aqua thumb studs, Parkerized shorty, ambidextrous tip-up, deep carry clip, axis lock, phosphor bronze washers, and thumb studs. You get that same battle wash DLC blade that you saw on the bailout and the 940, but this one in M390 instead of Magnicut. 3 3/16 blade, 3 3/16 handle, or 4 3/16 handle. Lockup is rock solid. Nearly a free dropper. And perfect blade centering. It is like new. In box. Guess what they get for these, guys? Look it up. Your MAP price or web retail is $350. That is too high. This one, $220, shipped priority mail, $245 with an ApostleP edge. The burnt brass anodized and M390 bladed bug out is the Rob's pick tonight. What a beauty. Next up, we have a Ziploc bag. Yes, we do. Inside the bag, we have a knife. It is the legendary, the beloved Spyderco Sage 1 with carbon fiber G10 laminate scales, an ambidextrous tip-up wire pocket clip in kind of a black PVD, perhaps. We have a Michael Walker liner lock and a leaf-shaped blade in CPM S30V. Your blade length, 3 inches. Handle, 4 3/16. There's your lock engagement. It is a free dropper with rock-solid lockup and perfect centering. Near mint in box. I did detect just a little wear on the pocket clip, but let's see. Not really nothing on the edge. It's cut some stuff, but not much. The only mark I really found on the blade is a little semicircular hairline right above my thumbnail. Hard to see. Anyway, we'll call it near mint in box. Discontinued, out of stock, long gone. Your price for this one, $130 all in, shipped priority mail. $150 if you'd like it with my edge. That's the Sage 1 from Spyderco. Next up, guys, save me from myself. I had one of these a few weeks ago, and I almost snagged it, and I'm on the cusp. If I weren't spending thousands of dollars on the inside of my house in the next couple months, you'd probably never see it. It is the Knife Center exclusive Capara in burlap micarta with an S90V blade. Yes. Man, that knife was like made to have these scales. I don't know. It's just gorgeous. Still got the scale protector underneath the clip. Pocket clip is ambidextrous tip-up deep carry wire. Get your red G10 backspacer. Opens with a hole. Rides on phosphor bronze. Has a compression lock. The blade is S90V and it's long. 3 9/16. The handle's 4 11/16. So beautiful in the hand. It's free dropping. And the centering is perfect. It is near mint to like new in box. They are discontinued and out of stock. Sold listings on eBay range between $235 and $363. Don't think you're going to find one much nicer than this. Let's go $230 like it is. $255 if you'd like it to come with an ApostleP edge, and next day sharpening is available. The Capara in burlap and S90 from Spyderco. Next up, we have a reissue or a warranty box from Chris Reeve Knives. Inside the box, we have this card here. It is a small Incosi Tanto in Magna Cut with the glass blasted handle, made December 2nd of 2024. What a little beauty is that. Love the glass bead blast. So velvety. Man, that is gorgeous. There we go. So your Tanto Chris Reeve in Incosi Small has a 2 5/8 Magna Cut blade, 3 13/16 handle. It's a Reeve integral lock with a ceramic ball interface. Locking up very early for one of these, by the way. rock solid lockup, hydraulic Chris Reeve phosphor bronze washer action, perfect centering, near mint to like new in a reissue box. This model is available for you to order or purchase online if you can find one. It'll be $425, or just buy this one, $325, like it is, $355 with an Apostle Edge. That's the small and cozy Tanto in Magna Cut from Chris Reeve. Next, we have a beauty from the Chris Reeve Knives Company. It is a small Sebenza 31 with Macassar ebony inlays, and it's a Tanto, and it's in Magna Cut. Oh! Here is your birth card. August 31st, 2023. It is a Tanto, small 31. Wait till you see the knife. It does come with a pocket slip, by the way. Don't know if it's ever had the knife in it. Oh, guys. Oh. I got to say, of all my gripes about the 31, they killed the inlay design. I mean, they just killed it. This also has the glass-blasted scale set. Got your bronze bushing and lanyard pin in the back. Let's see. That dog will hunt. Tanto blade. 2 15/16 inches long. 3 13/16 handle. There's your lock engagement. Reeve integral lock with ceramic ball interface. Again, pretty early. Very nice action. Let's see, does it? It flicks. It doesn't quite drop free, but it could. Centering's beautiful. Is the lockup solid? What do you think? Absolutely. We're going to call this near mint to like new in box. I might see a little evidence of thumb on stud, but you know. Let's see. I don't think you're going to find one of these in stock. If you order one from Chris Reeve, then it wouldn't matter. Wouldn't matter if you could find one in stock, or if you ordered one, it's going to be $575. Your price for this one, $425, all in, shipped priority mail, or $455 with an Apostle Edge. The small 31 Tanto in ebony and Magna Cut from Chris Reeve. What a beauty. Next up, it's a hinderer. Which hinderer? Well, it's an XM18 3.5 inch in 20 CV with a Wharncliffe blade, no choil, tri-way pivot, and a stone-washed bronze frame, and a black G10 scale. And it's, I know it shouldn't be, but it's rare to see a hinderer because they're so heavily accessorized and have parts swapped out. It's very seldom that the label on the box actually matches the knife. This one does. I think the black and the bronze just look great together. So fresh, the clip's never been moved. Right hand tip up or down with fill tab. Ball bearings are installed on this one. Flips great, superb detent. Gorgeous Wharncliffe blade in 20 CV. Blade length, of course, is 3.5. Handle 4 13/16. Steel inserted titanium frame lock, locking up at about, 28%. I can't really see that precisely, but you can see. Rock solid lockup. Ball bearing action. Perfect centering. Near mint to like new in box. A beautiful example. I don't think you'll find this configuration, this colorway, if you try to buy one online. But if you could find one, it'd be $425. This one, $370 all in, shipped priority mail, $395 with an Apostle Edge. The XM18 3.5 inch Wharncliffe no choil from Hinderer. Next, it's so cool that Microtech builds a knife in this price range. It is the model number 210T-1 PMB OC-X9Z10 MSI single edge tri-grip in bazooka camo. It's a fun knife. I mean, this knife is just plain fun. Yeah. So these are the polymer scales, right? Tri-grip. Ambidextrous tip-up deep carry clip with fill tab. Ram lock mechanism, very much like the cartridge-type axis lock used on the Benchmade Anthem. Opens with a hole. You get a big old Sheepsfoot blade in M390 MK, also in bazooka camo. A 3 7/8 blade, 5 1/16 handle, ball bearing pivot. It's a swanger. Centering is dead. Lockup is rock solid. Born 8 of 25. Near mint to like new in box. Out of stock at $229 web retail. I don't know that they're ever going to make this again in this colorway. It's so cool. Your price, $180 like it is, $205 with an Apostle P edge. Next day sharpening available. The MSI in bazooka camo from Microtech. And that, my friends, brings us to the last knife in tonight's sale. Doggone it. It's from We Knife. It is the WE22002-1 Trogon with a gray titanium handle. I don't know what silver bead blast it means. 20 CV blade with a fuller. And I believe the designer is Big Brown Bear. Pretty cool blade. Hollow ground main, flat ground Tonto, fuller, blade steel 20 CV, blade length 3 3/16, handle length 4 9/16. I'm a sucker for an acid stonewash titanium handle with bright chamfers in holes. I just love the light play. Pocket clip right hand, tip up milled titanium. Ball bearing pivot. Beautiful thumb stud action. Steel inserted titanium frame lock, locking up pretty early at about, I don't know, less than 20%. Lock up rock solid. Super, those must have ceramic bearings because it's very hydraulic. Perfect centering. Condition like new in the box. These are available new for web retail of $329. This one could be yours all in, shipped priority mail, $230 like it is. $260 with an Apostle P edge. The Trogon from We. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of another weekly knife sale on the Apostle P channel. Hope you enjoyed it. I did. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, the word is sharp. Now commence to clicking. I'll talk to you soon.